Miley Cyrus released her new song on Friday, and she also did an interview that's on Hulu. I don't know how long it's on Hulu. I saw that it's only on for like a couple days or so. I don't know how true that is. So I'm
Oh, interesting.
definitely I don't know how true that is. I saw that on TikTok.
Oh,
But right, I know. Now I'm back to seeing stuff on TikTok. But
yeah.
um I did not watch the whole thing yet, but I did see a lot of clips from it. And
Yeah.
let me tell you how much I just love Miley Cyrus.
I
Like,
know. I know.
oh, I cannot put into words how much I love and respect Miley. I think she is so smart. I think she has grown so much. I think a lot of people can learn from the words that she says. I think I just love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. She is a beautiful. She's talented. Everything about her. It's like this is somebody we looked up to, right? When she was on Hannah Montana, this was somebody we wanted to be. We looked up to Miley Cyrus. We looked up to Hannah Montana, and she has grown up to be that person that I think we can all still live up to. Yes, she had those crazy times, and you know, like she deserved it. She was letting loose, having fun, and we could still all live up to her. I think, she talked about not touring
Yeah.
and the way that she worded the reason for not touring, I was like, oh my God, I can only aspire to be this profound as Miley Cyrus. Like she said that for her, the everyday of object and observer is not the healthiest form for her. And for her to do her job and be a songwriter, she needs humanity. And when she's in that position, it doesn't feel human to her. Obviously, I'm not saying it as good as
Yeah.
she, but that was the basis
No,
of it.
that
And
is the
when
gist of
she
it for
and when
sure.
she put it as object and observer, I was like, wow, that is so true. Like every day you're getting on stage, everyone is observing you, and you are the object on stage. And it's an everyday thing, and it's millions of people doing it. And that doesn't feel human for her. And for her to be a songwriter, she has to have these human connections. I was like, that is what a wonderful way to explain that to the world where everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, we want to see Miley. Why isn't she doing concerts? Even us have been like, oh my God, we want to see Miley touring. She's like, this is the reason why. And we
Yeah.
all respect that. I just love her so much and I can't get enough of her. I want to watch this whole interview.
I agreed. I think she is everything that she does, I really just feel like she excels in.
Mm-hmm.
And putting out this song and the reasoning behind it and the lyrics and everything about it just is so great. And she's just like one of those celebrities that'll just go through those phases of life. And I feel like I have, and girls my age have a way to look up to her in every single phase that she has gone through, or can at least relate to her in that way. um I also thought it was really interesting what she said about her dad, because the way they grew up was so different. So it's like how they relate to fame is so different. um she said, my dad grew up the opposite of me. I grew up on a soundstage in a house with a family that was super close and all lived under the same roof. And I grew up financially stable and emotionally stable. That's something that my dad didn't have. And that's what she said. I think that's where me and my dad's relationship to fame and success is wildly different. Him feeling loved by a big audience impacted him emotionally more than it ever could me. When he feels special and important, it's like healing a childhood wound. And I've always been made to feel like a star. Um, she said, I do have a lot of great memories singing music with my dad and learning and watching his voice and the way that he's using the instrument. I will say that I feel vocally my dad was underappreciated. Um, but I just thought that that was really interesting because it really is like such a example of how famous kids, or kids, with famous parents, and then they also gain that fame, it can be such a different feeling from parent to kid when it comes to how they handle that fame
Mm-hmm.
and that feeling. And it just like is totally different. It's like, I said it's like me and my dad might both be famous, but like I relate to fame in a totally different way, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, I think the whole thing was extremely interesting. Obviously, people
Yeah.
want to know more about her family dynamic. And she talked about her mom as well. And when she filmed this video, she had her mom standing where she can see her in the camera because she said that she is like her mom, like in all ways. And um so she was staring at her mom and her mom was staring at her, and when you watch the music video you can like feel that raw emotion because as Miley is singing, she's crying, she's smiling, she's hitting different notes of like when she was younger and her voice has gotten deeper. Like there's all these different aspects to this song. She's wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt underneath her shirt. Like there is so many layers to it, and I just can't get enough of when she goes into detail about her life and explaining things and the reason why she does things and how she just seems to have a really like stable mindset when it comes to everything in her life. Like she has truly been through so much, but when you listen to her talk, it feels like she knows everything in the entire world. It's like I can listen to her talk forever. Like I just want her to tell me every story about her life. Unfortunately, we won't get to know everyone, but I wish that we would because I think she is so phenomenal and so talented. Like one of the most talented people that we will ever see in our generation.